2025 will be remembered as a year of deep political shock, a year when bullets, bombs, and drones silenced influential voices across continents. From campaign stages and family homes to conflict zones and military outposts, assassinations reshaped politics, intensified divisions, and altered the course of nations.
I'm filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
Tonight, we examine 5 of the most consequential targeted killings of 2025, death that sent shockwaves far beyond borders. The most polarizing assassination of the year came on September 10. Charlie Kirk, political activist, founder of Turning Point USA, and a prominent face of the MAGA movement, was shot dead while speaking at a Live Free event at Utah Valley University. At just 31 years old, Kirk was one of the closest ideological allies of President Donald Trump and a lightning rod in America's culture wars. His killing immediately ignited national outrage and fierce division. Supporters described the assassination as an attack on free speech and democracy. Critics condemned the political climate that had turned figures like Kirk into symbols of hate. Online reactions were deeply polarized, with some celebrating his death, triggering swift retaliation. The Trump administration responded with calls for a crackdown on what it labeled left-wing political extremism. That response sparked backlash from civil liberties groups who accused the government of exploiting a tragedy to suppress dissent. Charlie Kirk's assassination marked a grim milestone, cementing fears that political violence had become normalized in the United States. In Colombia, political violence claimed one of its most promising leaders. Senator Miguel Uribe Tobay was shot during a campaign rally in Bogotá on June 7. He died 2 months later, on August 11, from his injuries. The alleged attacker, a teenager, raised urgent alarms about youth radicalization and political extremism. Elected to the Senate in 2022 with the highest vote count on an open list, Uribe emerged as a leading conservative voice against President Gustavo Petro's left-wing agenda. By 2025, at just 39, he was positioning himself as a presidential contender, symbolizing renewal for Colombia's center-right. His assassination shattered that trajectory. It intensified fears that Colombia's fragile stability is unraveling ahead of the 2026 election and transformed Uribe into a martyr for democratic opposition. In December, the Middle East witnessed one of the most consequential targeted killings in decades. An Israeli drone strike in Gaza killed Raed Saad, also known as Abu Mawad, the de facto head of Hamas's military command. Israel had hunted him for more than 35 years. Saad was not just a commander, he was a strategist. Israeli intelligence described him as a sharp terrorist mind. He played a central role in shaping Hamas's military doctrine, including large-scale invasion plans that preceded the October 7, 2023 attacks. By late 2025, following the deaths of other Hamas leaders, Saad had effectively become chief of staff, directing daily operations and sustaining the group's capacity to fight despite relentless targeting. His killing marked the highest-profile assassination since the Gaza ceasefire and dealt a severe blow to Hamas's command structure. It also narrowed the already slim prospects for renewed peace talks. On June 14, America was stunned again. Melissa Hortman, Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, was assassinated inside her Brooklyn Park home along with her husband, Mark. The attacker later targeted other state legislators in what authorities called a coordinated, politically motivated terror attack. Hortman was one of the most influential state leaders in the country. A skilled negotiator, she had steered Minnesota through intense polarization, championing abortion rights, LGBTQ protections, climate policy, and police reform. Her assassination was ruled domestic terrorism. It reignited national debates about political rhetoric, lawmaker security, and the growing dangers faced by public officials, even at the state level. The deadliest assassination event of 2025 unfolded far from global capitals, at a remote military base in West Africa. On January 8th, jihadist fighters linked to al-Qaeda's JNINEM stormed the Point Triple Forward operating base near the borders of Benin, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Nearly 30 Beninese soldiers were killed, including 3 senior commanders, specifically targeted for their roles in counter-terrorism operations. The attack lasted hours. Reinforcements arrived too late. The killings decapitated local military leadership and marked the deadliest assault in Benin's history. It exposed how jihadist violence in the Sahel is spreading south, threatening previously stable nations. From America to Africa, from Latin America to the Middle East, 2025 revealed a grim truth. Assassination remains one of the most powerful and destabilizing tools in global conflict. Each killing reshaped politics, deepened divisions, and altered the course of nations. Together, they defined a year when power was challenged not at ballot boxes, but at gunpoint. As the world moves forward, the legacy of 2025 is a stark warning. Political violence is no longer the exception, it is a global pattern.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.